All right, we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Geek Boutique podcast. Hey, this week it's going to be fast and loose because it's just me and my buddy Rob. We're just going to be talking about, well, I don't know, anything and everything.
Whatever pops
There's
up.
not a lot going on in the geek world this week in the sense that we can't really talk about Strange New Worlds, although we are going to talk about Strange New Worlds. There's not a lot of news specific going on. And I don't know about you, but I don't have time to do anything other than work on my friggin' cosplay right now because...
Yeah, all my spare time's going into that too. Con crunch.
Yes. Con crunch. So, hey, listen, first of all, before we get into chatting, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, please make sure you like this video. Give us a follow. We do podcasts every week. You can also listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. I love saying Spotify just because, you know, I'm subscribed to Spotify. So,
Yeah,
hey.
what I use.
Yeah, exactly. Give us a listen on Spotify. Pentakill Cosplay, Mr. Jordan, has also joined us. Hey, Jordan. I think Jordan was actually alive with Avera just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I caught the last few minutes of that.
Yeah, we're actually going to be live tomorrow night.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, we're doing a build challenge tomorrow night. Now, to be fair, listen, I'm going to be there with them, but I'm just the guy that's there to run the platform. Let's be honest.
You're just
I don't, you know.
You're just a pretty face.
I'm just a pretty face, you know. But yeah, it'll be fun. So we've got Avera and Aaron from Married Makers hosting. If you guys do not follow Married Makers or Avera Cosplay on Instagram, you are not in cosplay. I can tell you that because those are two legends as far as I'm concerned in the cosplay world.
So what's going on exactly on that tomorrow night? Like, what's the deal? So you're there to run the platform.
So yeah, so we're doing a 1 hour build challenge.
Okay.
So we're doing a special live show that's going to be hosted by Avera and Aaron, and we've got 6 builders.
6
builders.
Wow.
Including Jordan, Pentakill Cosplay. And yeah, we're going to give them a build challenge that they will have to accomplish in the hour.
Okay.
Now, I can't spoil it here, but it was a great idea.
So it's
really fitting.
Build the Infinity Gauntlet. You have 1 hour with whatever you have on hand.
Basically. So, Jordan, I hope you've got a lot of stuff on hand, and I hope you sharpened your knife. Oops, sorry, and have a lot of foam, buddy, because it's going to be a good one. So, yeah. So we're going to have a 1 hour build challenge, and then everybody's going to be building live on the show. So we'll actually be able to talk to them as they're building and ask them questions. And
so you're going to have all that on one screen at the same time?
All that on one screen at the same time.
And then the builders?
I will try, and I don't know if I can do this with this StreamYard platform. What I want to try is to be able to focus on one person when they're answering a question. So, like, if Jordan is answering a question, I can focus on Jordan and make him the bigger...
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know that I can do that on this platform, but we'll see. By the way, I loved your KD flavor video. 2 questions. Do you add the cheese sauce and the extra powder? Okay. Well,
yeah, so we had that question too.
We had that question in the video. Why did you try the cotton candy flavor? So, first of all...
There's a cotton candy flavor?
There is a cotton candy flavor. There's a cotton candy and a jalapeno flavor. Jordan, the reason why we didn't try those is because we didn't know they existed. They only had the 4 locally. Well, the only place I saw them were at Walmart.
Right. Well, we're gonna have to take a look and see if we can find
if we can find the cotton candy and the jalapeno for sure. But yeah, we didn't have them, so that's why we didn't try them. It is that simple. Lots of foam and a new pack of 50 extra sharp blades. Yes, sir, my man. So that's Jordan again. Yeah. So it should be fun and interesting tomorrow because it'll be something a little bit different than what we typically do.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be just the podcasts and my opinions on stuff on this side, or the interviews on the Cosplay Alliance side, and the shows seem to do the same thing.
You get to see some of these people in action building something.
Exactly.
What time is this going down at? 7?
This is at 7 tomorrow night.
All right, I'll be tuning into that for sure.
7 tomorrow night. I think we're planning on the whole live being from 7 to 8.
Okay.
Because they're going to have an hour to build. by the time we introduce it and we give them the theme. And,
so there's got to be some kind of judging at the end, or maybe not judging, but like review. So it's going to go longer than an hour, but your build time's an hour.
Correct. So that's what we're playing, an hour and a half. I'm thinking it's going to last 2 hours. I'm thinking it's going to be like a 7 to 9 thing.
Yeah, probably.
So it should be fun and interesting, and you guys should check it out on the Cosplay Alliance YouTube channel because it will be neat. The Dork Side has joined us. Hello, Ms. Victoria. Thank you for coming in to these weirdos for the evening. As you can see, Mr. Jeff is not here with us today. Mr. Jeff is at the Thor: Love and Thunder premiere.
Ooh.
Yes.
Lucky man.
So, and I from his Instagram story, it makes me think that he's actually going in costume. So I think he's dressed up like something you would do. Captain America, and he's going with somebody who's dressed up as Thor. I think it's Fazgardian, but I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I feel like that's wrong because I don't think he's from that area. But anyway.
Glad the other guy is in here, she says. Yeah.
Glad the other guy is in here. Well, Victoria, he will be seeing this later, just so you know. But hey, it is what it is. Hey, listen, it's okay. The world keeps turning, even though we're gonna miss Jeff tonight.
But hey, we get to hear about his cool story next week.
We get to hear about his cool story next week, and I'm gonna try to convince him to do a spoiler-free video review for the YouTube channel. Check out the Geeks & Co. YouTube channel, and maybe you'll see Jeff doing a review of Thor: Love and Thunder in the next day or two. Yeah.
Are you going to see it this weekend or no?
I am not.
Yeah.
Hiya, friends. Glad the other guys are here. We already read that. That was Victoria. Whoops. The comments are going crazy again. Fit to Kill Cosplay, Jordan says, he should have got you both extra tickets. What type of friend is this? Well, to be honest, I don't think he got the tickets. I think it's one of those things where he was invited to go.
He's the friend in this scenario.
He's the friend in this scenario, exactly. Or not. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll
Maybe
get the full story.
He was the one that was invited and didn't invite us. So you know what? Jeff, you suck. No, I'm just kidding. Darkside says good. Hey, Avera has actually joined us. Hello, Avera. So there you go. Avera is going to be hosting the show tomorrow night. So that should be a good time. So I see behind you, Mr. Rob. You're showing off part of your wing there.
My wing, yes.
Yes.
So Con Crunch.
Con Crunch time. So for those that don't know, we're in the middle of building. Well, I think we spoiled it already, didn't we? Yeah. So we're doing Doc Ock and Vulture for Fan Expo this year. They're going to be pretty big. At least mine's going to be massive. Actually, yours is going to be insane.
Mine's ridiculous.
Did you measure the wingspan?
I did not measure it, but I'm ballparking it around 10, 11 feet.
Yeah, that's going to be ridiculous.
From tip to tip.
Mm-hmm.
That being one of the tips.
And that's
you can actually see it on Instagram, actually. But it's going to fit my car. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to have to take the wings off of the back piece.
Yeah, you got to disassemble it.
I got to disassemble
my arms as well, or my tentacles.
In the parking lot, ratchet it together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I'm going to get into the building. That's going to be the struggle.
I agree. So I'm not going to we're not going to be able to ratchet it together in the parking lot. I'm going to have to take it in, find a nice little corner,
and then
a spot in the con and put it together there. But yeah, I'll grab the tip here because you can't actually see it on Instagram.
Yeah, Michael says coming through, make way. Mike, I don't think we'll be able to actually walk through the con floor. So that's like not even quite half of one wing, right?
That's
not even.
No, that's not even the whole thing. That's like
that's just the tip of the wing,
right? You still got to put the fan in the middle,
the other ring,
and then there's another part, and then all that attaches. The frame of that is built out of PVC pipe and then attached to the. I keep calling it a backpack, but you got another name for it, right?
It's an Ellis pack. So for those of you that don't know what an Ellis pack is, it's the metal frame with strapping that is used for the Ghostbusters proton packs. There's two versions of the Ellis pack, I believe. One that is the correct version that was used in the movies, The other one, which is just the other one that people use because it's easier to find, I believe you have the other one.
The other one.
But still.
It's going to get the job done.
It's going to get the job done, and now you have an Ellis pack. So if
just
you do want to, like I said, build a Ghostbusters Proton pack eventually, you've got the Ellis pack to mount it to. So
yeah, and that's all I did. I just drilled some holes in it, mounted some wood to it, and I can mount whatever I want to that thing.
Jennifer says the Ace Ventura sidestep. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then Victor says just the tip.
Just the tip. Yep. Yeah. That was just the tip.
So yeah. So this is I'm really feeling it now. I've got enough vertebrae to make 2 arms.
You've got enough to do 2 arms.
They're done. Yeah. Fully done.
So how long did it take you?
2 arms done. All I need to do is paint them.
How long did it take you to make an arm?
I want to say about a week and a half.
For 2 arms? Or per arm?
For 2 arms.
Okay.
But I mean, I've been at it like, let's say 2 weeks.
All your free time.
2 weeks today. 2 weeks today.
Right.
Actually. But that's still not mounted to my back. It's still not, like, if my mounting system, we were having this discussion last night. If my mounting system doesn't work, I'm screwed.
Yeah, same here. This is kind of like the first run of this will be at Fan Expo.
Yeah, like we decided to do this way too late, I think. So anyway, we'll see. I mean, maybe it'll work enough. Maybe it'll work good enough to be able to wear it at Fan Expo. That's the plan anyway. But it's still not painted. It's still not assembled. Like I said, the actual supports, like the piping for the arms and the attachment on my back, that all still needs to be done. Yeah, do you want to pass that over?
I was thinking today, we had talked about how you're going to mount that on your
wood. So for those who haven't seen it, I mean, if you haven't seen it, you haven't checked out my Instagram.
Oh, look at that.
But
that's dope.
This is the arms.
That's amazing. There's going to be 4 of those.
There's going to be 4 of these, and they're 5 foot long each.
Wow.
Although that might be too much. I may need to shorten them, especially the bottom ones. I think 5 feet. I mean, 5 feet is a lot. Like that's almost my size. That's almost my whole body.
Yeah, that's a good point.
5 feet each may be a little much. Anyway,
you need like the top 2 to be 5 feet, right?
Yeah, I need the top 2 to be coming down on you
down
and
from above.
Yeah,
and the bottom ones could be a little bit shorter.
Yeah. Michael says, "Yeah, you're not moving anywhere." No, we're not going to be moving anywhere. I think once we're going to set up in the concourse, and that's where we're staying. As long as we're wearing these costumes, we can't go anywhere else. It's not like we can walk the floor in that.
Although to my benefit, I can actually take my pack off, so I got that going for me. But
you can, and I mean, I can as well. But carrying it is going to be. I mean, I'm going to have 4 arms, 4 tentacles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Looking for unpaid volunteers to assist.
Yes, if you're going to be at Fan Expo and on the Sunday, and you want to help us out, hey, listen, I've got some T-shirts for you because we are going to need some help. Especially if Leah, our editor, cannot make it. I'm really, really hoping she can make it out so that she can handle the filming. Jen can handle being a handler instead of having to do everything. That would be a lot. They can curl out and back down forward, so 5 feet might not be too long. I'm gonna see. That's right. Yeah, saying that. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, if we're just stuck in one spot. Not stuck, but if we're staying in one spot,
it might be okay.
Go big, right? That's what we're doing.
That's the thing, right? I wanted to go big, and that's why, even if you look at my design, it's all oversized. The tentacles are bigger than they're supposed to be. The vertebrae are thicker than they're supposed to be. The claws are going to be bigger than they're supposed to be. It's supposed to be big. Yeah. I wanted it big, right? So, I can't wait to see. Because when you came out with these giant fucking wings, all of a sudden I needed something big, right? So that's me trying to go big. Yeah. What are you drinking tonight, bud? I'm on the High Life.
High Life? I'm drinking some 40 Creek.
Are you drinking that special bottle of 40 Creek?
Yeah. I may have finished that special birthday bottle of 40 Creek.
Are you serious?
But we're not here to talk about my alcohol problems.
Oh my God, bud. I didn't even get one.
That's okay. There's more. There's more. There's lots.
There's lots of more bottles, you mean.
Yes. Moving on.
Yes. Jennifer's saying red wine over here. Are you guys going to get a table at a con?
So,
we were trying.
We tried.
And we had to apply. Yeah. So, first of all, the cosplayer area is no longer happening.
Right. That was the big thing.
That's the big issue is where they have the cosplay alley. That's gone. So the only way to get in was to get into the what do they call it?
Like the merchant area, or
no, not the vendor area, but into where like the Star Wars, the 501st booth is, and where the Doctor Who Society is, and that area.
Yeah, okay.
Because at Fan Expo they're separate.
Oh, okay.
They're
so what is that?
Separate. One's going to be in one building, the other's going to be in the other building. At least that's how it's always been, right? The vendors were always in the north building, and then all of the like the video game makers, the Sonys and the Microsofts and then all the, like I said, 501st and Doctor Who, and
they were all in the other.
Those were all in the south building. So the only way to get a booth was in the south building. To get a booth in the south building, you have to apply. So I applied, but I haven't heard anything back from the application. The lady was nice enough to say, hey, yeah, no problem. Here are the forms. Fill them out. Send them back to me. So I filled them out. Send them back to her.
But we haven't heard back from her.
So I'm thinking it was too late for this year, regardless. So hopefully maybe we can make it next year. Hey, if more of you join us every week and you blow up our YouTube channel by subscribing and following, maybe we'll be big enough for them to want to pay us some attention and let us actually have a booth. Because that would be amazing. Because if we can get a booth, it wouldn't just be the Geeks Company. It would also be Cosplay Alliance as a whole.
Yeah, that's what we were looking to do.
So, yeah. So, the idea here is... So, for the people on Instagram that don't know, the whole reason we're able to also go live on YouTube and live on Facebook and record this and turn it into an actual podcast is because of Cosplay Alliance that provide this platform for us. So, if you don't, I'm assuming everybody that's in here already follows Cosplay Alliance, but if you don't, go follow them, and then make sure you check us out tomorrow night on YouTube, because it is going to be a good time. But anyway, the idea was to have a Cosplay Alliance featuring the Geeks & Company, or the Geeks & Company featuring Cosplay Alliance, or whatnot, type booth, right? But...
yeah, we wanted to put on display some different cosplays we've made and interviews.
Well, the idea was we're makers.
You guys, and
we could have made a cool booth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're makers. Like, we could have made a cool backdrop booth for people to come and take pictures at with professional cosplayers. Like, the idea was for Anthony from Cosplay Alliance to get some professional cosplayers to come through the booth throughout the weekend to take pictures with people, right? So that was the idea. And I guess they didn't think that was interesting.
Did you have to explain that in the application, what your intentions were?
I did. Yeah.
And they were maybe like, no way, we want people to pay for that. They're over here. And
well, but they've eliminated Cosplay Alley.
That's a good point.
So if you've eliminated Cosplay Alley and those professional cosplayers have no longer a place to go, why wouldn't you let us do a community?
So professional cosplayers have nowhere to go now.
No.
Officially.
There probably won't be any professional cosplayers at Fan Expo this year.
They're probably going to get some bad feedback on that one.
So let me see here. So Victoria was asking if we were going to have a booth at the con. So no. So that's the long answer. I wanted to give you a short answer, but you know me. Especially after I've had a toot-toot, a woo-hoo. What time? Wine time here, says Michael. The Dark Side says, damn. I'm assuming that's about us not having a table, because that's very, very frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Michael says, Concourse Lobby. That's exactly where we're going to be hanging out. We're going to be hanging in the concourse, and because that's the easiest place to go. It's at the bottom of the escalators.
Yeah.
That's another problem. If we have to go through and down the escalators instead of through the back, I don't know how I get down those escalators. I don't know how I get down those escalators. I'm going to need to make my tentacles, like I need to be able to
attach them there.
Up. Well, I could, but that means carrying them in, right? 4 5-foot tentacles.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm going to have
to carry my we could do that.
Wingsuit in, but
Jordan Pentakill Cosplay says, I used to be there, I believe. I thought cosplayers 5 years ago were in the south building by the escalators. I'm trying to think. I don't think the cosplayers were ever by the escalators. They're always usually at the back, as far as I know. A couple years ago, by the escalators was like I said, the community area.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the 501st being along that wall. You know where the food court was for, Fan Expo and Comic Con last year?
Yep.
That whole area was where the community section was set up with the 501st and all that stuff. But I don't know that I've ever seen the professional cosplayers, but they might have been. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
5 years ago was a long time. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Again, it's a great idea, and they're stupid for not capitalizing on you doing the work to bring great cosplayers in. Well,
Exactly. That's what we thought.
Yeah. Let's see here. They have an elevator to get down below. The wide wings may be more difficult for Rob. Yeah, except his wings will come apart. So that shouldn't be too bad. The damn food court have those crepes, says Mike. We never had the crepes. Actually, I refused to go into that food court. When I saw that
we looked at the line.
I was like, no effing way, dude. Like, I'm dying. I'm going outside. I'll go get some street meat or something, but I'm not. We ended up, the girls ended up going to Subway, but.
Yeah, and then she was in another line for an hour, so.
Yeah, and then she was in another line for an hour. Fair enough. That's why was it Comic-Con? We packed a lunch?
Yeah, we packed a lunch. That was
the best way to do it. Yeah, guys, if you're going to be, especially if you're driving there, pack a lunch, put it in a cooler, leave it in your car, go eat in the friggin' parking garage after, when you get out. That's the ideal way to do it, for sure. And it gives us an opportunity to get out of our cosplays, right? And actually put them in the car while we're eating and cooling down and drying a little bit, because we're going to be freaking soaking wet, bud. It's going to be a hot one.
I picked another couple of cosplays that require me to be in warm jackets or all in foam in the middle of August.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Victoria says, I miss when the 501st was in the middle of the hallway by the food court. Okay, so I didn't imagine that. They were by the food court. I remember there being a Pokemon booth at one point in that same area. When the 501st was in that area, I remember there being a Pokemon booth in that area as well.
You're right, there was, yeah. That's the year I took my kids, and they were like biggest smiles I've ever seen on them. They loved that.
Yeah, and it's too bad that they didn't really have any of that at Fan Expo.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe
like Fan Expo Limited was limited. It really was. And then Comic-Con, as fun as Comic-Con was, it's just too small for the amount of people that go.
Oh,
it was just
ridiculous.
Mental.
Even for during like COVID, there was, even if COVID never happened, that was a ridiculous amount of people.
It was. It was stupid. It was stupid. Like by the end, when we left, like you couldn't walk around anymore.
No.
It was like, okay, screw this. Like, just find a way out. You know what I mean? Like, grab my hands. I don't lose you.
It's like a mosh pit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Jordan says that Pokemon booth was epic. Okay, well, there you go. So I didn't imagine that either.
No, it was amazing.
See, I'm not that bad of a pothead after all.
So that was the year you first went in your Red Hood. And that
was the year I went in my Red Hood. Yeah. That would have been, well, if you're talking about the year that you brought your kids, that's the year I went in my Red Hood. Yes.
Yeah.
Because they haven't been to a con with us after that, have they?
No.
They didn't. And I'm surprised because you say, "Oh, big smile on their faces," but they never really.
Well, they were younger, a lot younger.
Fair enough.
Right. I have enough. It's bad enough trying to make one costume in 2 months.
They get into it, and then they're trying to make 3 costumes. Yeah, I mean it's.
Although now my son, especially my one, he's almost the size of me, or he's taller than me, so he can start wearing all my stuff.
Wear your costumes, yeah.
He wore my Michael Myers last year, and
I'm still.
He could probably do the Predator.
Xenomorph idea around. Just saying.
Yeah,
that would be cool. A couple Predators and a couple Xenomorphs.
Yeah,
we'll way down the con floor.
That's one you want to start now for a con 2 years from now. We got to get that. Got to get that one right.
I mean, this took a year.
Yeah.
To be fair, we were making 3, but it took us a year. So I don't even know where to begin with the Xenomorph.
Xenomorph, I feel like, is hard because of the posture of Xenomorph, right? Like, you're not walking around like this. You need to be walking around hunched over, crawling some way.
Yeah. I'm gonna change the subject quickly here.
Yeah, let's talk
about
something
else. We
can
come back to talking about cosplay and where we're at and all that stuff. You were a big Turtles fans, weren't you?
Ninja Turtles?
Yes, sir.
I was. Don't quiz me on turtle trivia, though.
No, but did you know that there's a new Turtles Netflix movie coming?
Really?
Yeah, an animated Turtles Netflix movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of animation style, I wonder?
I mean, if it goes anything by the image that I'm seeing here, very, very different than what we're used to. But I kind of dig it. It's called Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. You know what? I wonder if we'll get busted if we play this trailer online here. We are live, and I'm not sure I should be playing it, but we're live on YouTube. Can we play a YouTube video on our YouTube?
Fuck the man.
Anyway, go check it out. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. I don't know if you guys are excited about this, but this is one I want to check out. I was a little on the tail end. Sorry. I think you understand what I'm saying. Like, I was a little bit too old for the Ninja Turtles. So I watched it a little bit, but I wasn't into it like the people that were 3, 4, 5 years younger than me were like super into it, right?
I was super into it. To be honest with you, I think it was the first movie trailer I remember ever seeing. And I grew up in the country. We didn't have cable. We had to like go out and manually adjust the antenna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here.
So that's the first movie trailer. My mom was like, because she knew it was coming out, and she's like, rah, 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 like, come check this out. And I came and blew my mind. That's the first time I ever realized, like, saw.
Because you were into the cartoon when you were a kid, weren't you?
Oh, huge. And I had like.
So when the movies came out, your mind must have fucking melted.
Oh, I was blown. I loved it. I had all the toys for the Ninja Turtles. I think we still actually have some somewhere in a box. But
did you?
I had the van and the sewer and. Oh yeah, I had all the Turtles and Splinter. Oh boy, you just unlocked some memories.
Well, they're making a new movie. The animation looks kind of neat. I'm hoping that the people that we lost left because they were going to go check out the trailer, and then they'll be back after. But you should check it out. It looks pretty neat. I kind of low key looking forward to this one, even though I'm sure it's gonna. I mean, it's Ninja Turtles, right? So I'm not their target audience, but at the same time. This is a discussion that me and you keep having.
About Ninja Turtles?
No, about audiences. Knowing your audience.
Okay, yes.
I don't understand why companies keep doing this. They are trying to market... No, but listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
They're trying to market things that appealed to us as kids, to our kids. Right? The target audience for this Ninja Turtles animated movie is not me and you. It's our kids.
Who don't care
it's a franchise that appeals to me and you. Do you know what I'm saying? And then they wonder why the kids aren't into the stuff that we were like. Are your kids gonna watch this?
No, what I'm gonna watch it. And do you know who pays the Netflix bill?
Well, you pay the Netflix bill, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Netflix.
Why don't they make it for you instead of making it for kids?
Do you think they're because I'm gonna watch it? You're gonna watch it. We're talking about watching it.
Well, we're still gonna watch it. You're right.
You're like, who would watch that movie? It's for kids.
That's not what I'm saying. Not exactly what I'm saying. I just find it weird that if you look at what media is doing today, It keeps marketing, like they're marketing things that appealed to our generation to our kids, which a lot of times doesn't seem to work.
You're right, because my
and
kids
then they're called shitty remakes. Well, yeah, because it didn't make it for us.
No, is it? I don't know, man. It's got to have something to do with capitalism. It's probably cheaper, to keep retelling the same story. Once you have good properties.
Well, exactly. When you have
just look at what Disney's doing, right? Just be fair.
Yeah, they're MCUing everything right now. So
everything's an MCU show or a Star Wars show or like a Star Wars theme park. They're not inventing new things.
No, none.
Same like you're reselling us all live action of every previous Disney movie, right? Do we need a 17th live action of The Jungle Book? No, we don't. But we're gonna get it.
We don't. I will say that a lot of those live action remakes, I mean, they're actually really good.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying it's easier to resell us a property they already own,
for sure,
and gamble on something new. Now that being said, it's paid off for and Disney in troves with a couple of their recent, like the Frozen series. But again,
they haven't done a live action version of that.
Not yet.
It's not one that I don't think they will.
Okay, everybody, you just heard him. He does not think they're going to do a live action Frozen.
Not anytime soon, anyway.
10 years.
Well, yes, in 10 years, perhaps, but
there'll be one.
Not anytime soon.
There'll be a 3D one. There'll be another animated one in a different style.
Yeah. Jennifer here says, but I think that has more to do with the available technology that wasn't there 40 years ago. I mean, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, when you can make a live-action Lion King that is all animated, right?
Why not? Yeah.
The live-action Lion King is not a live-action movie. The Jungle Book is not a live-action movie.
True. There are evolutions in animation.
Right? They're still 3D animated. They just look real, right? But they're still animation.
But it's the same old story.
Same old story. Especially when you look at the Lion King. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces, and it's basically line for line the cartoon. And that bugs me a little bit. It's like if you're gonna make a new one, like why don't you change it a little bit? Add some stuff or
yeah.
I
wonder how that would look in VR.
Bit, I think, but I don't know. What were you asking? Sorry.
I wonder how that would look in VR. Right? We're talking about
I don't know,
available technology. Like,
I'm surprised they haven't marketed or started marketing VR movies, or have they? I don't know.
That's a whole different conversation, but I don't think VR is taken off the way they're marketed it to, right?
No, I don't think
it's sort of like 3D movies. Remember, you can still go see 3D movies, although I think they're dropping off. But remember, for a time, you could buy a 3D TV.
Yeah.
For your home. I don't even know if they make those anymore. Does anybody have a 3D TV with glasses? That didn't really take off, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think they do. Jennifer says, that was my favorite part. Don't change Lion King. Don't change perfection. Well, that's the thing, right? It was such a good movie. Why change it? And then you look at Aladdin.
You're right.
Which was changed quite a bit.
I'm not sure I've seen that one.
It's amazing.
Is it?
Yeah, as much as I wouldn't tell you to go watch a Will Smith movie right now, because I don't know how I feel about supporting him at all right now. It was an amazing movie. He was great as Genie.
Was he?
He's not. Listen, he's never going to be Robin Williams. All about that. He's never going to be Robin Williams. Don't get me wrong, but I thought he did a great job as Genie. I thought it was an amazing movie. I thought that the live action Aladdin was almost as good as.
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Check it out. It's good. When are we getting a live action Shrek remake or Shrek VR? I mean, hey, I'd totally
be up for
into that.
Despite all the shit I just said, I would be up for that.
100%. Dude, we can't really talk about the Strange New World finale because that was today.
I haven't seen it yet.
Neither have I.
Okay.
That was really the only good thing on this week was Strange New Worlds, but I haven't had a chance to watch it. Last week's episode, though, buddy, that gave me some Predator and Alien vibes, my bud. Dude, it was amazing.
For sure. So, question first before we get started.
Yes.
Can we do any spoilers on this one?
For last week? Yes.
For last week? All right, we're good. Okay, go ahead.
I forget where I was going with this. Last week's was amazing.
All right, I'm going to skip.
Oh, the Predator and Alien bit.
Yeah.
Did you even catch the sound they make?
Yes, it was very Predator.
Very Predator clicking sound. A couple things bugged me in the episode, and I think me and you may have discussed that.
Okay.
Where, like at the beginning of the episode, when they finally get into the ship and they get into the computer and they hear the captain's final log, and it's revealed that it's the Gorn.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, it's like, Spock, get the rest of the crew. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes later, they're still there trying to fix the ship, and it's like, what happened to getting out of here?
Yeah.
So that's the one little thing that bugged me.
Well,
beyond that, it was an amazing episode.
Yeah.
Creepy as fuck at one point.
It was very creepy,
falls
which
through
was
the
awesome.
ceiling, and then she looks around the corner, and the other one jumps it, and it's all fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talking about skipping to the ending, there's two things about the ending.
Oh, yes.
So the one thing that we talked about was how all the shit goes down, and then they just fly the two ships away at the end, and kind of skip over the whole story about like that was their mission to go get that ship, but why didn't the other
mission about them getting the ship? Yeah,
right away. Like, and then the second thing, unless I missed something, every Alien movie, or at least maybe not everyone, but most of them, especially the last couple, like Covenant, at the very end of it, it always leaves you with that feeling of, oh shit, they didn't kill all the aliens. There's still one hiding out, or they went into cryostasis and there's a couple of face hugger eggs, right? So when Star Trek ended, that episode ended, unless I missed it, I kept waiting for that moment. And I think that was a missed opportunity. But I don't know what goes with continuity, but
yeah, I think it might have been. I just think that they're gonna work that in regardless of if they did that in this episode or not. It's gonna come back to bite them in the ass.
Will it come back?
They now have a Gorn that is in little bits and pieces, right? Because she smashed him.
Yeah.
On the ship, which means that there's gonna be eggs, and when he thaws out, those eggs are gonna thaw out. And then you're going to find out next season that the Gorn have taken over a fucking planet or something.
Yeah.
All I know is it's going to come back for sure. I mean, it's
going to be an ongoing thing throughout the whole
10
series.
Episodes, 2 of them were around the Gorn. So
yeah,
they're setting them up for more. It's obvious they're setting them up for more.
But yeah, last week's was amazing.
That's my only real concern about a show that is so short, that only has 10 episodes, is can't really set those things up anymore. You know, like when we had Star Trek back in the day and there was 26 episodes. In those 26 episodes, you could set up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
To lead you in different places and different stories, which it's hard to do because in a 10-season episode, you already have 2 episodes around the one story. You're going to very quickly fall into the serialized trope where it's just the one story, just like Discovery does, right? Which I don't like. I want it to stay.
That's a good point,
right?
Yeah.
So it's finding that balance is tough, especially in a 10-season episode. I think.
Yeah.
I think if you had 26 episodes, it's one thing, but when you only have 10, you gotta be very, very careful about how you're developing those storylines, especially if you want to keep it in that episodic format. Anyway, I brought up Strange New Worlds, and I said we weren't going to talk about this week's Strange New Worlds. We've talked about last week's Strange New Worlds, but today, Jennifer, Director of Operations, or as Jeff likes to call her, Producer Jen, out-trekked me.
She out-trekked you?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
She did. So we'll go back about a week and a half, or a week or so, and I posted that I was making the insignias, right?
Right.
The Starfleet insignias, And I don't know if you've noticed in the show, and they've tried to do some close-ups of it for the geeks like me. Not geeks, but Star Trek nerds like me.
Yeah.
And if you've noticed their uniforms and their badges, they all have different emblems in them.
In the uniform.
In the badge.
Okay. Oh, yes, in the badge, like cut. Yeah. I know
right. So you've got the command badge, you've got the engineering badge, you've got the medical badge, and you've got the science badge.
Right.
Pike, number 1, they wear the command badge. Spock wears the science badge. He's the science officer. Another little detail, you're right, it's also in the uniform. So the command logo that's cut into the badge is also down their sleeve.
Yes.
Or the science or medical or engineering.
I caught that last week.
Right.
Yep.
So Spock has the science badge and the science uniform. Pike has the command badge and the command uniform. But for some weird reason, the doctor and the nurse, Dr. Mbenga and Nurse Chapel, they have the medical logo down their uniforms, but they have the science badge on.
Is there a medical badge? Specifically
there is a medical badge? They have the medical logo on their uniforms.
Oh, but they have the science emblem.
But they have the science emblem on their insignia. So now, I have a problem because Megan, that Valkyrie girl, asked for a medical badge. Sorry, she says, I'm doing a Nurse Chapel. I want a badge. I said, no problem. I'm assuming you want the medical one. She says, yes, I want the medical one. But Nurse Chapel doesn't wear the medical one.
She wears the science one.
She wears the science one.
And does she know that?
But she has the medical emblems down her sleeve, which tells me did Star Trek fuck it up?
Did you Google this?
I did.
And
all the images of her and the doctor, they don't have a medical badge. They have the medical emblem on their sleeves, but they don't have a medical badge. They use the science badge. Michael says he's noticed that too. So Jen noticed it. I didn't. Now I made a medical badge for Megan, but Nurse Chapel doesn't wear the medical badge. Now, there is a caveat to all this, folks. Nurse Chapel in Star Trek, the original series, had the medical badge insignia. So, so I don't know. So I need to find out from Megan if she wants me to remake her a science one. Since she's going as Nurse Chapel and Nurse Chapel actually wears a science badge, she'll probably want the science badge. But it's weird that they have the medical, the plus sign on their uniforms, but none on the badge. Whereas every other one, engineering has the little squiggly thing, and they've got the little squiggly thing. Command has the star, and it has the star.
I have no answers for you. I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened there. Mark Does Things just joined. Hello, Mark. I don't know Mark, but welcome to the Geek Boutique podcast. Just to remind everybody, we are live on Instagram, although we only have a couple people watching right now. And we are live also on Facebook and YouTube. Talking just some smack, some nonsense.
Talking smack.
Some geek crap. I heard you got a bunch of new stuff there. First of all,
I was
over to your house and I didn't even come and check out your new shield. You got a brand new Captain America shield there. Yeah. That's the Marvel Legends one, isn't it?
It is. It's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Marvel Legends shield, which I've seen in some other people watching. I've seen in their background, so I think it's a pretty common one. But it's pretty awesome. I like it. I need to get it I need to mount it on the wall somehow.
Has that same one.
Yeah, is that the same one he has?
Yeah.
I would think it was his house that I first saw it at.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, wonderful, lovely wife. If you're ever looking for a birthday gift, this would be good.
He's got 2 of them mounted on his wall. He's got the blue one, like the stealth one. And
that's a nice one. Yeah.
So he's figured out a good way to mount them.
Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to him. Have to figure out how to mount it. It's pretty nice on the inside. It's got like the leather straps and
it's finished on both sides.
So I'm not sure how he hung it. I'm not sure when I hang it from those straps, but yeah, I got that.
I think he uses some sort of a piece of a broomstick.
Oh, that makes sense.
Fed through the straps,
and then that makes sense. I get that.
Yeah.
Also got bought this Tyrion Lannister bust for my wife, actually.
Oh wow, it looks pretty good.
It's really good. The paint job on it. So I got this on Amazon. It's not an Amazon knockoff. Apparently it's an official Game of Thrones licensed number 625 of 1250. I don't know how legit it is. Anyway, I don't
know if Instagram saw it, but
here, I'll throw it on Instagram.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow, he looks pretty damn good.
It's really good. And this thing probably weighs a good 3-4 pounds. Not 5 pounds, 3 or 4 pounds.
Huh.
The paint is amazing. This looks dope.
And you got that from Amazon?
Got that from Amazon. But it's another licensed Game of Thrones thing.
Very cool. Hey, did you know?
No.
So, okay. So, Hawkeye, at the end of Hawkeye, I'm assuming everybody's seen Hawkeye in here. So, I'm hopefully not going to spoil anything for anybody. But in Hawkeye, at the end, Vincent D'Onofrio, the Kingpin, he disappears, right? They go back and he's gone. We think he's dead because, anyway, but he's not dead and he's gone when they go back to see him. They're actually doing a spin-off show. It's a spin-off show from the Hawkeye show called Echo.
Right.
In the comic books, Echo came out of the Daredevil comic books.
Yes.
So her background is very tightly tied to Daredevil and Kingpin. So Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio have been announced, I believe, today or yesterday, that they are actually returning, both of them, for this new show. Now, he was already in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Charlie Cox, which was amazing. And Vincent D'Onofrio was already in Hawkeye. So they're already officially part of the MCU, so it only makes sense that they would use him again.
Yeah, for sure. I loved seeing Charlie Cox in the Spider-Man movie. That was an amazing moment. I think the theater I was in, everybody cheered when that happened, or you hear a lot of people like, yeah, clapping. And
I unfortunately had it spoiled for me.
Oh, did you?
I knew it was coming. Yeah.
I did not know it was coming.
Yeah, I knew it was coming, which it's okay because I was still grinning from ear to ear when I saw him, when he catches that brick.
Yeah, when he catches the brick.
Yeah.
I think I heard rumors that he was gonna be there, but I didn't know how it was gonna happen. And Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin is amazing. So I'm ecstatic to hear that he's coming back to continue playing that role.
I feel like that role was made for him.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that he was. It's hard to say he was not one of the best part of the Netflix MCU.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
Daredevil shows were great, not mainly, but in big part because of him. And the fact that he then started spinning out into the other ones, and yeah, he was a big part of building that.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned. So I'm
him and Punisher in season 2 of Daredevil.
Don't be surprised if you end up seeing Punisher announced to be back for Armor Wars.
For what?
Armor Wars. So Armor Wars is an Iron Man spin-off show that's going to apparently introduce us to Ironheart.
Oh, okay.
His replacement.
It's going to be a show.
Armor Wars mainly features around a couple of people facing off against each other in Iron Man suits. And in this case, I'm pretty sure it's going to be War Machine and the Punisher, because there is a whole storyline in comic books where Punisher dons an Iron Man suit, and it's a Punisher suit. So my wheels have been turning after I saw what would a MCU Punisher suit look like, and ever since I was like, okay, that's what they have to be. How they would miss that opportunity is beyond me. They do an Armor Wars show and
not do that
and not have him in there is beyond me.
Because wasn't it previously announced? I forget the actor's name, but wasn't it previously announced that he was gonna come back?
Yeah. War Machine.
Not War Machine. The guy who played the Punisher.
Oh, that I don't know. I don't think it has been announced. No? I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, as far as we knew, there was no plan to bring Charlie Cox or Vincent D'Onofrio back for anything else.
Besides the Spider-Man.
Besides what they did. Now, it stands to reason they signed new contracts with them. But whether they did with these other actors, who knows?
Right. John Bernthal is who I was thinking of.
John Bernthal. There you go.
John Bernthal.
This article that I'm reading here seems to point to the fact that Jessica Jones may be coming back as well, although not confirmed. There's rumors she's going to be in this series as well. Because they're all in the same city.
They're coming, yeah.
They're all in the same part of New York, right? So it stands to reason that they're all coming across each other, right?
Yeah, John Bernthal's coming back.
Is he?
Just not sure how yet exactly, but
okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So we will get a Punisher back, or the Punisher back, as far as I care. He was excellent as Punisher.
Oh yeah, he was one of the best, if not the best. But
I mean, Thomas Jane was good. He was amazing. That's my opinion. Hey, we've got Mr. Tim, Black Captain Kirk, online. Although I don't know if he's still here. He might have left. Yeah, he did leave. Sorry.
All right.
Didn't see Tim before now. What time is it now? Wow, we've been on for 50 minutes.
Wow.
Holy
It's pretty
cow.
good. You've been able to bullshit this long.
It's almost 8. Just talking shit.
What else is going on?
There's not a whole lot going on, and that's the thing about this week. Well, you know, Thor Love and Thunder is officially out tonight. The premiere is tonight. Well, the official premiere was yesterday or 2 days ago or whatnot. It's opening in most theaters tonight. That's where Jeff is.
Yep.
I've already been hearing reviews that it's so-so.
I'm going to see it on Saturday.
Are you?
Taking the fan.
Well, you'll have to let me know what you think. I hear they're taking the comedy to another level.
Hopefully in a good way.
I hear that this movie feels like a caricature of Thor. Like it's like a, I don't know what you would call that. It's like a,
it's like almost he's mocking himself. Like
yeah, it's like a slapstick Thor is what you're getting, right?
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe it's completely up to lunch, but that's been my concern. Again, we've also had this discussion in you. That has been my concern since that first trailer. And even when they were trying to make it a serious trailer, it's still like, okay, but you're trying to make a serious trailer with serious music, but it's joke after joke. Like, is the whole movie just joke after joke? And I'm hearing it's kind of what it is. Is what I'm trying to stay away from the spoiler reviews.
Yeah. Well, you know, when it was serious, like people didn't like that either.
No,
like
you're right.
The Dark World, people hate it.
I mean, the Dark World was meh. Yeah, but that's not because it was serious. That's just because it's a bad fucking
movie. It's a bad movie, yeah.
You know, the original Thor I liked. I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great introduction to Thor.
Ragnarok was really
Ragnarok was
best.
It had that right.
But that's when it switched to
and being serious, and you know.
Yeah.
But you know what? Watch it still be better than the other two. It might be better than Ragnarok, but it still might be better than the other two. So we'll see. You know,
I have liked worse movies.
It's very subjective, right? So
yeah, I don't bother with critics. I'm not your average. I'm that person who I just go to see the movie and laugh, and then I don't take it too seriously. And the critics,
really? Because I don't know, man. When we went to see The Matrix, you seem to take that one.
Oh, okay, that's a different one. Half my life was based off of The Matrix.
Well,
it set my career path, and then they come back with that bullshit. Oh my god, don't get me started.
Well, yeah. All right. Hey, listen. I'm reading through a bunch of different news that is just garbage news. There's not a lot going on this week.
Not a lot going on. It's
like it's some weeks where it's like we cannot wait to talk about this and that, and this week it's like, eh. So I don't know about you. I'm kind of curious as to. Didn't even bother with that. I'm not sure, Michael, what you're talking about. Didn't even bother with that. What were we talking about that he could have said that for?
Something to do with Thor. I don't know.
Maybe. Kind of curious as to where everybody else is at. Are y'all also in Con Crunch right now? Because, the Matrix. Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah,
yeah. You can go back and watch a video. We have a couple of videos where
we do
share our opinions of it, rip it apart.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, are you guys into Con Crunch as well? What are you guys doing for? Are you guys going to Fan Expo? Are there any other cons you're going to in between? I feel like there's probably not going to be a whole lot of other cons in between.
I think there's something going on in Montreal this weekend. I think I saw some people heading off to Montreal.
Is Anime Con?
I'm not sure what the name of the con is, but I think it's Debbie, her name is. I think it was
Toronto. Sorry, it's Montreal Comic Con.
Yeah, packed up and heading that way.
Debbie is heading there, and she is going as number 1, and she will be wearing one of my Star Trek insignias.
Dope.
And
I kind of think I want one
because I fucked it up.
Oh, you messed it up.
It was all finished. It was all painted. It was all nice and looking and nice and looking good. And I went to glue it all together because it comes in 3 pieces, and then there's 4 magnets. So I went to glue it all together, and I got some super glue on the finish on the front and scrapped the finish on the front. But she needed it for this weekend. So she's like, fuck it. She's like, just send it to me and I'll repaint it. I'm like, that pissed me off a little bit.
Disappointing for you.
It is disappointing. So I sent her another one unfinished. I said, there you go. If you want to remake one, here's another one. I just gave her that one. Just for fucking up her good one.
Well.
We'll see. Wow, there's a lot of comments here coming about Fan Expo. Jordan saying Fan Expo and yes, Con Crunch. But I'd be tempted to rush a Green Goblin build just to get a villain photo with you both. Hey, listen.
Be good, yeah.
So I don't know if I should be saying this, but there could be somebody else that joins us also as a Spider-Man villain on the Sunday, at least for a little bit. We might, maybe I can say the character. We might have a Carnage joining us.
Really?
I don't say who that is because it's not definitive yet because he's still trying to work out his lineup, but we could potentially have a Carnage showing up. So Jordan,
that would be amazing.
If you want to do a Green Goblin, that would be freaking wicked.
Yeah.
The more Spider-Man villains we can get together would be amazing. If we could get 6 of us and get like a Sinister Six picture, nuts. I'm doing Fan Expo, Dragon Con with the V Fleet crew, Hamilton, and Chiller Theater. So Michael, so you're going to be doing V at Fan Expo? Is that what I'm getting right? Are you only going the one day? What day are you going, Michael? We're going to be there Saturday and Sunday. So I don't know if everybody's going all weekend or whatever the case is, but we're doing the Spider-Man villains on the Sunday. The idea is to do the Predators on the Saturday because the Saturday will probably be way busier. At least in the Predator costumes, we can move somewhat.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
A little easier to walk around.
Jennifer says, yes, I love the Green Goblin. Yes, for sure. That would be amazing.
All of them.
In New Jersey with the V Fleet. Oh, I see. So you're not going to be at Fan Expo. Well, that sucks. I would love to go to Dragon Con as well. That's one that's like the big cosplay con. Yes, Dragon Con. San Diego Comic Con is a bigger con. But Dragon Con is the bigger cosplay con. Anybody that is anybody in cosplay is going to be at Dragon Con. So I'm kind of jealous.
Where's that?
I will be at Fan Expo booth. Oh, so you are going to be there.
Yeah, he says it above. He says, I'm doing Fan Expo, Dragon Con with the V Fleet, Hamilton, and Chiller Theater. So he's going on, sounds like four.
Okay, so you're doing Paul Atreides on one day and V for the rest of the weekend. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm feeling the heat right now. Even though I got 2 of the arms constructed in 2 weeks, that means 2 more weeks just of construction. And then there's
paint. That'll be a fun day.
And
we'll target that for the same weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Dress up like Breaking Bad in our suits and go to town with a dozen cans of spray paint.
Yeah. I'm starting to worry a little bit because I also have some fixes. I know we discussed this. I also have some fixes to this guy. My biomask is cracked. And it's the way I have my magnets. When I take it off, it pulls on the crack. So I got to be very, very careful. I need to fix that ASAP.
Yeah.
So I think we should go get some fiberglass and fiberglass the inside of our biomasks, and then they'll never crack again. We should do that, fix them properly, and then not have to worry about it.
Yeah,
at least a couple of good strips in there just to make it more solid.
Yeah.
But I'm also out of light.
Out of lights.
And the other problem is the lights that are out of my wrist computer. My wrist computer's been glued closed. So we have to cut it open.
We'll figure that out after.
So, there's a lot of work.
These people don't want to hear about that.
Pain in the ass. So, I'm feeling it because I'm feeling the heat. I'm feeling the con crunch. We should have started these so long ago. And I've been mulling over the idea of doing golf.
Well, we were
December.
We were going to do Transformers, remember? So we spent a lot of time figuring out, trying to figure out how to do that, and then realized, you know what, we can't build or afford stilts in a safe way to build giant robots. So we kind of went a little bit smaller. Now we're building giant Spider-Man villain costumes.
I still want to do the Transformers.
Oh, we'll do it.
I still want to do the Transformers. I still think that's going to be like the...
Sounds like a technical director problem. You're right. It was a technical director problem. And I made the decision that we couldn't afford proper stilts. So moving on.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? To go as big as we wanted to, the only real safe way to do it is with stilts.
With stilts, yeah.
And let's be honest, I'm
minimum
too old and fat to be walking on stilts.
Yeah. Here, you want to hear a funny story? I got bad shoulders. I went sledding like a few years ago with my kids, and I dislocated my shoulder just trying to slow myself down in the snow. So if I wear wear stilts, it's a trip to the hospital for me. So
yeah, there's no safe way of doing that. Now, to be fair, we would be wrapped in foam. So if you just let yourself fall, you'd probably be fine.
Fall and roll.
Just tuck and roll, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. Michael says, I'm going big with a Paula wig. I seen your Paula Atreides wig, and it's friggin' awesome.
It is, yeah.
Big. It's big, but it's awesome. I want to see a 10 feet Bumblebee rocking Bon Jovi and Snoop Dogg at Fan Expo. I don't think you would see a Bumblebee because I don't think Bumblebee would be one of the characters that we'd make.
No, we were going with villains, right? Starscream.
Well, I'm more inclined to either do Starscream and Megatron or Megatron and Optimus Prime.
Megatron.
Yeah, I feel like it needs to be one of those two combos for me. Or Megatron and Soundwave. That would be the only other acceptable choice.
Yeah. Well, I like doing the bad guy thing, so it'd have to be a villain for me.
Jennifer says, I'll do it. Also, you'll be Bumblebee? Alrighty. Well, I tell you what. Once you figured out how to get those stilts running, pass it on, and we'll get started on ours as well. It would be amazing to show up with like 5 or 6 Transformers. 5 or 6 like 10-foot tall Transformers. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. That reminds me of the other thing we spent some time on was figuring out how we could do ring wraiths, getting like a dozen people together to do ring wraiths.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that was for this con.
That was for this one, talking about Fan Expo. And
the problem with that is that getting 10 people in on a costume, or technically 9 people in on a costume, it's 9 times the costs, right?
Logistics were hard on that one.
Well, logistics and financials, right? I mean, that's an expensive group build.
Yeah. Especially
if you want it to be like, I'm not saying we're not professionals, but I like my stuff be at a certain level of look and feel.
Yes.
So to do a justice to what I want to do,
it was a bit costlier than
too costly for 9 people. Like, that's just too much. That's just too much. And most people that will say, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll get in on that," aren't into it to the point where they want to spend $2,000 per costume.
or a dozen weekends and
or a dozen weekend building
mornings. And
yeah,
it's not for everybody.
So the bigger the group, the harder it is, I think.
Sure. Now we just need to make sure we find a Spider-Man for Fan Expo. Hopefully we can find at least a Spider-Man at
There's going to be a bunch of Spider-Man there, but I mean, it doesn't matter because the real Spider-Man's dead. Because his mask will be in my claws because I've twisted off his fucking head.
Yeah, not if I get to him first. Or Jordan.
What's that?
Or Jordan with his Green Goblin.
Or Jordan with his Green Goblin. Yeah, Jordan, you just totally could do a Green Goblin. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be wicked. The more Spider-Man villains we can get together in a picture, I think the better. I'm sure we'll see other ones there.
Oh, probably.
We'll see Spider-Man's there, and I'm sure we'll see other Spider-Man villains there. And I guarantee you every Spider-Man is going to want to get a picture, right? I need to find a way to have a claw set up so that they can, like, have it on their head. The claw eating their face, Anyway, listen, I'm a couple deep now, so I think we should just cut this off right here since we've been on now for an hour and 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Was there anything else? We can't.
What?
You need to show me your Lego set.
My Lego set or the Lego catalog?
Oh, is it the Lego? Oh, you didn't buy it.
I didn't buy it. No, I bought the Infinity Gauntlet that's in the background there.
Oh, I thought you
bought I got that last year, and because I bought that last year, now they send me like this fancy new
the new
cover catalog with all the new stuff in it.
Oh, well, now I'm disappointed. I thought you bought that Ferrari Lego set.
No, I didn't buy it.
Don't know. I'm a big car guy.
They're trying
I'm a huge car nerd.
This is what they're talking about. Lego Ferrari. But what caught my attention in here? So that's a 4,000 piece Lego set. They also got DeLorean.
Oh, DeLorean and Optimus Prime. Wow.
Yeah.
DeLorean's. Are there any prices in there?
DeLorean's $219. So is Optimus Prime. Yeah, but these are like Legos. That's cheap actually for a Lego set of this kind of caliber.
Yeah,
there's a Luke Skywalker land speeder. Right. This is the new 2022 catalog.
I remember a guy I used to work with had bought the Avengers helicarrier when the first Avengers movie came out, cool. And that was like a $400 some odd Lego set.
Yeah.
Michael says super cheap. Yeah, I mean,
it is super cheap for this.
That's crazy.
So this is not my jam, but in terms of Lego, this is Titanic. I don't know if I can get it in there.
Wow.
10,000 pieces, $800. But anyway, yeah, if you're into Lego,
$800 Lego set.
800. But I mean, that thing's probably like.
I spent like over $1,000 on this nonsense, right? So, you guys in here on Instagram can't really see it. I keep talking about him, but there he is.
There he is.
He's always just standing guard. There you go. I'll leave him here for a little bit. He's in the corner of my office, 365 days a year. Well, that's not true. He's coming out this year again. He's going to be off the mannequin for a couple days. Although I bought a new suit. So the suit's staying on the mannequin, only the armor's coming off. So I got a fresh suit.
Yeah, I got a new suit too. I added one more X at the beginning thanks to COVID.
I did as well.
Extra large.
I did as well. Well, I mean, let's be honest. We're not tiny guys to begin with.
No.
And
you know what? We're going on in 3 or 4 years now with these. So the last thing you need is wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah. Near far where all the Lego pieces are. Yeah, I was never big into Lego. It was never really my thing. I mean, I had Legos when I was a kid and I would build with Legos, but I was never like a Lego, like buying Lego sets. They didn't even have themed sets when I was a kid. They were just the basic Legos.
Yeah, you could buy like a kit with a bunch of different size blocks in it.
Yeah.
And then it slowly started expanding into like some basic trucks and cars and then from there it just grew. But
then you had the space set, and you had the, all these different theme sets came out, and now you have franchise-specific sets. Fucking Optimus Prime. And
I didn't get into those sets until I was older, but when I was a kid, we had an old suitcase from like the 60s.
Just full with a bunch of random pieces.
Full with random pieces. And at that time, remember using your imagination? We used to do that back in the day, and we would just, make... I remember watching kind of lame, but Free Willy, right? Remember Free Willy, the movie?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember me and my brother at that time, I don't know how old we were, 5, 6, 7, making like whales out of Lego, right? It wasn't a set, it was just using your imagination.
Yeah, they didn't
being a builder, that's probably where my builder part of me started.
Michael remembers the space set. The space set was purple themed, so the bricks were purple and black.
I never had that.
Robotics more than Lego. Yeah, robotics were cool. Robotics were really neat.
Yeah, I never got any of that, and I always looked at it with awe and wished I did. But
yeah, they were really neat.
Now in my older age,
because robotics at that time came in sets.
They did.
Legos did not. Robotics were a car or a truck or a thing. You know what I mean? They were already meant to be something.
Yeah. I worked my way into robotics later in life, building things out of Raspberry Pis and home automation. So
there you go. Maybe you should put that Raspberry Pi knowledge and do something cool for these guys.
I only have so much time. I only have so much time.
All right. Well, talking about time, I mean, it's 8:10. We've been on for over an hour now. Thanks for coming, bud.
No, it's been fun.
The hour went by pretty fast. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of people watching, but hey, you know what? There never really is when Jeff isn't there. I feel like
shout out to Michael for staying around for the whole hour.
Yeah, shout out to Michael, Jordan, Victoria, who stayed for a while, Jennifer always. You guys are constantly sticking through with us, so we really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been fun talking about nothing for an hour, but that's okay because that happens. Like I said, it is con crunch. I haven't really had time to really do anything other than just build. Like I'm at it constantly. Like I'm an assembly line I'm a one-person assembly line right now. Putting together these vertebrae pieces one by one. Right? Like, just to give you guys...
Yeah, that's...
Michael's still on. Where is it? It's on this side. I don't know if you can see, but there's a 3D printed piece there. It's very flat. And then I wrap foam around that piece, and then I cut all these parts out and glue them on. And then I have to do that 38 times
per arm.
No, I've got 17 per arm.
17 per arm, yeah. When I was at your house,
originally gonna do like 30 per arm, and then I was like, okay, no, that's
a bit much. Yeah,
let's do 20 per arm. And then when I started looking at what 20 per arm meant, I was like, okay, like my arm is only 5 foot long here, and it needs to be able to bend, right? So I had to cut it back. So 17 is where I've fallen.
Your poor 3D printer needs a break.
Piece, which is going to be the connector for my claw.
Looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good. So that's where we're going to leave it.
All right.
Buddy, I will see you, I'm sure, this weekend. There's nobody left here, but hey, if you're watching us on YouTube, like I said earlier, make sure you like and subscribe. Really, really helps us out. We like to know that you guys are watching. Potentially entertained by these two idiots talking nonsense. If you haven't actually seen our latest KD episode, we do a show called Geek Tests. We don't do it every week, but we try different things. We tried the KD flavor boosters. We talked about it a little earlier. It was good fun. They weren't very good, but it was good fun. We've got another episode of Geek Tests coming out, hopefully within, potentially Monday, maybe. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, where we mess around with some EL wires, so go check that out. Otherwise, make sure you stay geeky, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
See ya.